back, everyone. Toxic here, also Duskinu. And we're back in hopefully the last episode of House on the Hill. The last 3 episodes of this game have been really good. And
fucking weird.
Yeah, and weird. But we think we kind of know what's going on here.
We've developed a basis for the plot.
Alright, so as y'all know in the beginning, we get chased by the guy with the mask. Also, if you read on the note there, that it also said that he was disfigured, so the wife supposedly left him.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the second plot, hold on, let's finish the first one. So we're presuming that, in the second plot, that when we go in for the necklace, well, as you noticed, like, you seen where the thing was in the bathroom to where we was talking about he was going to find the kid, where is he? And, well, the kid then again starved to death, thought that the mother abandoned him. But also you found the mother in pieces, well, her skeletal remains locked in that little room. So, obviously he chopped the mother up, could not find the kids. The kid died of starvation. So they believed the kid actually believed that the mother abandoned him. Which was it the case? He killed the mother, and then the mother wasn't able to provide for the child that she was hiding from him.
So in the first episode, it says that the owner of the house went batshit crazy after the war, and then the mother started having problems with the father. So our assumption so far is dude got fucked up in the war. Mother started noticing, aggressiveness and shit like that, so she decided to hide the kid. Daddy didn't like the fact that the kid was hidden from him, so he started searching all around the house to look for him.
Also, the fact
that's where... No, go ahead.
Like his mutations in his face
from
the war also explains why we think in theory that we are the guy that was wearing the gas mask.
True. And so when you go into the room where the child was locked into, you notice the little glory hole up on the wall. And then when you interact with it and look through it, you see nothing but the axe slinging down, which is what we assume is the father killing the mother, and therefore the dad doesn't know where the kid is. So the kid gets locked in there and left by himself. He starves to death, but the whole time he thinks it's because he's in trouble, when really it was the mother trying to save him. And then in the previous video, we see where we assume it's the mother, or was it the mother or the father that wanted to bring him back?
I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe I want to say
it was the father.
The father wanted to bring the child back
or something.
And in the process of that, I believe he is where the little mannequin spider-looking thing come from. The deformity.
There was also the mannequin that was moving around and shit in the previous video.
Yeah. So we think that's where the whole mannequin thing come from. He tried to bring the child back by using different means, and wound up bringing back something other than that, and believed that if he had another heart, he would bring his son back. But instead,
that actually makes sense, because he said in the video, in the note, it said he's tried everything. Maybe my heart will work. So that would explain why you went in to sacrifice yourself, but for some reason you don't have the recollection of anything that happened. So maybe your guide is trying to make you relive what happened.
So, hopefully this is the last episode of this, and we can actually put our theory with the plot to the test. Maybe we're right. I don't know.
Maybe we're way the fuck off.
And it could just be just a series of different things or whatever. I don't know. But this is what we've put together so far. This is our thoughts and opinions. I don't know. So anyways, don't want to keep you waiting any longer. Let's jump in and figure it out. Because we've still got the 4th shard on the door to do. And also, there's also the door with the chains.
Which I feel like after this one, we're going to have to go in that room. Or in this one, we'll have to go in that room.
It may be, because remember there's only supposed to be 3 things.
Yep.
And we got
the
Heart of the Fog, the necklace,
and the ritual dagger.
The ritual dagger. So that should be all 3 of those. So see what our guide's got to
We have an
say.
electronic lock here. The system is a bit more... Damn. Well, we must do it anyway. At least we must try. Get in.
Okay. Just walk through. That was tough.
That works too.
It's a hell of an electric lock.
Okay, so also in theory, as we were talking,
Yes.
this photo.
It's
The Borders
us.
family of our bachelor. Hey, this kid looks just like yours. I'm not implying anything, but maybe your wife knew this guy.
Dude, that makes sense.
Don't be so mad.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So now that we're a little further in, we kind of believe that this is also our home, and this is a photo of us, our wife, and our child. You know, in the former the prior days to him going to war.
Yeah.
You know, maybe this is back when things were really good before he went
That
crazy.
could have been the departure picture, too. One more gem.
One more gym to go. So what is the ideal in this one?
Why is there a fire here? Was it a cleaning lady? Probably. She wouldn't be here at night. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Go towards the door with the 3 chains.
3 chains, yeah. Let's go check that out. Because there was 3 pieces on the pedestal. And,
Yep, and there's
Did you
no...
manage to open it? Good. But are you sure that you want to go in
Hey,
there?
read all 3 of the symbols, too. Let's see what it says.
okay, so
This looks
pedestal
like a
with the heart of the
factory.
fog.
Let's move.
I thought I should have taken it, but this is not the heart I'm looking for. Okay, pedestal with the necklace. It reminds me of a necklace I gave to my
Funny
wife.
how easy it is
We
to
resold it
set
last
aside
year.
Covered in gold.
Pedestal with a dagger. I don't remember this dagger. It wasn't here before. Wait, how could I know this? This is my first time here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so all of our chains are gone. So let's
Holy shit.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Well then, let's take a walk. You already know the drill. Someone will come, and this someone will try to kill you. The question is, who's it gonna be?
Holy shit.
okay.
I don't like that. And our fucking dude sounds a lot more cocky than he...
Don't think about what you saw. Just look away and ignore it. You always did that very well.
Okay.
Our suspicions are slowly being confirmed. What the fuck?
And hallway disappeared. Oh fuck.
Okay then.
Alright.
That's not a fire hazard. Hope that rug isn't Persian. Dude, look at that picture.
I know, I see it.
You know, there comes a moment in life when you just feel trapped.
Oh great, we're trapped.
The room got smaller too.
What a dick.
Okay. Is there anything to interact with?
Did it get thinner?
No?
I feel like it got-
That's it.
I feel like it got thinner again. Maybe
The
look-
painting is creepy as
Dude,
hell.
I know. I kind of like it though. In a weird way.
And when it seems that there's nowhere to go, you'll take any way out.
And there's a way out. Yeah. There's a lot of blood. That's a fucked up way out. And it's gonna run across the side. Shoo. Ah, I knew it.
That's a big
That
ass
is
rat.
a fucking rat, son.
happening in this house? Why am I returning to it? You probably thought a lot about it. Or maybe the opposite. You tried not to think about it at all.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Dude, what the... Whoa, it's him again. Fucking dick. Holy shit.
Shit!
Fucking dicks.
Calm down. You've already killed them. Keep going. I've prepared a small surprise just for you.
I really don't like our guide.
I don't like her got any more either.
That's a waste of really good wallpaper. It's a whole garage door. Entire chair. You better move. Bitch
You
gonna
haven't
run you
been
over.
here for a long time, haven't you?
Dude, that's the garage you first started out in.
It is.
Every new job began with this car. What were you thinking when you went to that house? Was it, I'm doing this for my family? Or, this is the last one for sure? Well, for their sake. Your favorite thought, huh? They never asked you for this. But you were so sure that you stole only because of them. And adrenaline rush has nothing to do with it. There's only one thing you need to do before you leave. Let's check how well you remember things. Open the fuse box and cut the blue wire.
Okay, so fuse box was in here.
Yeah.
Alright. Get the screws.
It was the easiest thing ever. You only had to cut the blue wire.
That's open. The fucking bunny.
First toy I bought for my son.
Yeah. He was in there already.
Do you really want to return to your family? Well, maybe you'll find a normal job. 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. You'll be reliable, consistent, boring. No. You've always thought that you were too good for a regular job. I understand. You want to stay with your family. If you decide to abandon the job, I can't stop you. Just leave the earpiece and go. You won't hear about me anymore. Sorry, I was joking.
What the fuck?
It looks like this house has changed.
Now it's mine. What kind of place is it? Have you died or just went crazy in prison? Well, that isn't important. In any case, now you're with me.
What?
It could be your fault, right? You can't be wrong.
It's a lot of
The
fuse
blue
panels.
wire wasn't here in the first place. Or maybe you had a partner who gave you the wrong instructions. It couldn't be your fault. You are a good person after all. This just can't be true.
You better book it.
Fuck that shit. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Nope.
The other way.
Run through the door. Holy fuck. Oh, the mannequin thing. Son of a bitch.
There's growling.
Definitely not the picture. Holy shit!
That didn't scare me at all.
I can tell.
Y'all are crazy. I'm not opening that fucking door.
Yeah, I was about to say the picture looks
Police
like the house is on
informed that the
fire.
suspect in the arson of the home in East London has been detained. It turned out to be a 23-year-old native of London by the name. The attempted robbery has ended in tragedy when the failed thief tried to turn off the alarm and caused a fire. The resulting fire led to the death of a family of 3.
The
Married
first
couple
episode.
and a child were burnt alive due to the selfish actions of the detainee. The suspect claims that he is not guilty, since he didn't know about the presence of the people in the home. After all, it's never his fault.
Is it?
Okay, so maybe we're wrong.
It's amazing what only a few sparks are capable of. Don't be afraid. It wasn't really your fault. After all, who knows who these people were? Killers, abusers, monsters. Come on, with another reason why they should have died. You did it so well before.
Okay, so maybe we were way the fuck off.
I guess.
Let me give you a hint. Who's to blame? What are you imagining in your stories? The husband is guilty in the death of his wife. The wife killed her child. And the child is...
Point them all at you.
He was a monster and killed both of them. Let's see if it fits.
Look at the person who killed me. Point it all at you. It's a fucked up way of saying that you killed somebody.
An acceptance. I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't think we had to say goodbye, but... farewell. It's a pity that acceptance cannot fix the past. We know you killed them, and you will remember this. No matter what you will imagine next, we will be together. Forever.
Price of a mistake. No shit. So when you went in to take the jewel or whatever, and then you were supposed to cut the blue wire, but there wasn't a blue wire, and you cut all the fucking wires, some of the shit sparked, and then set the house on fire, and you killed everybody in it.
Weird.
What's with all the fucking weird backstory? Oh wait, no. That's the shit you were coming up with to get the guilt off your ass. Alright, go back in the house.
Okay.
We gotta open that fucking door with all the jewels.
Yeah, so we're not going to end this episode here. We're actually going to move on, and we're going to make this the last episode, which is the door.
It's still down.
It's still up. No, it's...
Oh no, it's up. It's
It's
just open.
Open. Okay. So that being said, now...
This demon thing wasn't too much. Was it a good ending? There's no time. I need to leave it as it is. Since when did I start talking to myself? I can't take it anymore. I need to get distracted.
You're talking to yourself.
So the entire time that we were thinking that there was a guy through the comms...
It was actually you talking
It was
to your
actually-
fucking self.
Okay, that was a pretty
That's
good
a
twist.
Yeah. That's a solid twist.
Just want to just take a look around.
Just the book.
Lately, I can't get my childhood out of my head. I don't know why. What the fuck?
No clue.
I always knew who I would be when I grew up. My father took care of this. Director of the factory. Very powerful person. He had big plans. And some of them were on me. But first, I had some daily schedule to do. You must wake up at 5, then homework, then school, and in the evening, the real work.
Okay, so 14 years, junior assistant at the sorting floor. 15 years, senior assistant at the sorting floor. 16 years, promotion to the cutting floor. 17 years, first year of business school. That's where we're at now, obviously.
Yeah.
So 22 years, we should graduate. 24 years should become head of the floor. 27 years, assistant director. And at 35 years, we should be director of the factory.
Damn, he's got his whole life planned, don't he?
He said something about his dad was...
Very adamant.
Alright, so...
I do like that bed and table, though. That's pretty cool. Oh,
Every day was a preparation for the future. I had goals. At age 14, a junior assistant in the sorting floor. At 15, a senior assistant. Head of the floor at 24. Replacement for my father at 31. There is no time for doubts. I would do everything for him. Every day. I hated it. I had no one to talk to. I had no idea how. Nowhere to go, and because of that, again and again.
that's that room that you had to go through in the first one.
Right.
At first, it didn't work out very well. Stupid stories. It's too embarrassing to even think about them. But they gave me the distraction then.
Frankie.
Letter from the publisher. An opportunity to leave. And at 18, on my birthday, I decided to do it.
Dear Mr. Mist, I apologize for the late reply, but I wanted time for myself and a colleague to read your work. The Gray Gentleman. Frankly, your style isn't quite polished yet. However, I've been intrigued by your talent for creating an atmosphere and maintaining dark tone. I'm still having goosebumps from your gloomy descriptions of an alien slaughterhouse. Please reply to this email if you still want to work with us. I believe that our proposal might interest you. Regards, John Watcher, editor of Publishing House.
Agata. So you became a writer. Then you bought that fancy house.
Father was furious.
Oh,
He locked me up and used his educational methods stronger than usual. But it's all in the past. I was able to leave, and that's what really matters. I left all this behind. Found a special girl. That's what's important. We have a wonderful baby. We lived happily ever after. Until...
Only after this letter did we realize how serious the problem was.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Mist, I'm sorry to inform you that Oliver's condition is getting worse. I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Riosigo, maybe? Riosiguat?
Will facilitate his well-being and increase his quality of life, but it can eliminate the cause of his heart problems. I highly recommend you give your consent to more radical methods of treatment as soon as possible.
Dude, they were saying they needed a heart for his son.
We've prepared a medication regimen which has a chance to restore working of the heart back to normal. I doubt that the surgery will be needed, but I have to warn you that it may be a possibility in the future. We will discuss your son's treatment during the next visit. Sincerely, Dr. Matthew Pierce.
He was saying that he needed to find a new heart for his son when they created the Mannequin King. What's that?
We tried as best we could. It was all for nothing. Bills for treatment grew every month. My novel started to get rejected, and in time her money ran out. I got a second job, then started another one. That wasn't enough. We had a chance.
7,654.59 pounds.
That's a hell of a monthly bill for some medication. Heh, all the bills piling up. That's what it feels like. Jesus Christ. They don't get that fucking high.
I'm going to go back to the first one.
Right?
The phone ring?
Yes, it is. Jesus Christ.
Is he alright?
The doctor says that he's stable.
Good. Good. Have you taken a nap yet?
I didn't have time. The operation just ended. How are you?
Work. The part with the maniac is ready. I will write it in time.
Can we get another loan?
You're already in debt. They won't give us any more. I just need to finish it and...
You can call your father.
Dean, you know we shouldn't do that. I've already spoken to him. He has plans for me, and now he has plans for Oliver. He will break him. He is a monster.
Aiden, I don't care who he is. I don't care even if he has horns in his tail. We're talking about our son right now.
Listen, if he gives us money, then we won't be able to leave him. Never. No. I will sell the book, and we will solve everything.
Aiden, your last work is still in your desk, along with the previous one. How do you know that they'll buy this book?
This is all that I have. I promise you. This is my best work. I just need to finish it and everything will be okay. Do you believe me?
1 month, Aiden. Then, we'll call your father.
I can handle it. I promise. Just say that you believe me and I will do everything.
1 month.
She didn't say it.
So were everything that we went through, were they stories of his?
I mean, maybe.
Aiden, are you okay? We need to talk.
No. I just need to proofread this thing. A bit more. I just need a little more time. The ending is done. I just need to polish it and... Oliver will have his operation. He will be free. Nadine will never understand me. We'll have to break up, but... Is it worth it? No. I just need to proofread this thing. A bit more time. Maybe a week, or...
More than a month has passed, and I know that you work. I just wanted to say that Oliver is stable. The doctor is waiting, and...
I will leave it all behind. I can work with my father. We can come up with something together. But if only I had a couple more days.
More than a month has passed, and I know...
So,
No, that does not matter. Hello, Nadine.
last page, Family Matters.
So we had two different endings there.
Oh, shit. Okay, so maybe that ending counteracts the whole game. Because old dude, well, you talking to yourself, saying that if you had more time with your family, that it would be different.
True.
He was like, oh, well, if you really, you can't say that it was for your family if they didn't know you were doing it and blah, blah, blah. So maybe with you, instead of trying to finish your book, you never went to rob the place. I don't know. It's fucking confusing. It could have all been part of your story. Like, that could have been your actual story.
Like that's what I was kind of thinking too. Like, I wonder if like
If you would have finished the book, if it would have been like the game is his book, and all this shit keeps happening because, like they said, writers can only write about two things: their problems or their life. So maybe the creepy guy in the fucking basement who had all the burns and shit was your dad because he was crazed. The child being locked up and shit was you being afraid that if you got help from your dad, he would, take your child away or some shit. And then the whole fucking demon mannequin monster thing was, I don't know, like you struggling to provide for your kid? Maybe?
I mean, it could be.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I mean, it was really good.
Yeah, either way it goes, it was a really good
And I mean,
game.
there was actually like quite a lot of theories that you can put there. But I mean, in the end, I mean,
We still gotta run through the 4th chapter
that
and choose the other ending, though.
yeah.
Not particularly in this video, or we could do it in this video. Just,
Actually,
hammer it out.
let's see.
We can pause it, play it,
Okay,
and
so
find the other ending. Oh, or we can just choose it now. That fucking works.
all right, so we're gonna try the second ending, and we're gonna see
What the hell happens?
what happens.
Okay.
So that way you get
We
both
need to
endings.
No. I just need to proofread this thing. A bit more time, maybe a week, or...
More than a month has passed, and I know that you work. I just wanted to say that Oliver is stable. The doctor is waiting, and
She will not believe me. Even if I try to persuade her, it's either I'm finishing the book or... I just need a little more time. The ending is done. I just need to polish it and... Oliver will have his operation. He will be free. Nadine will never understand me. We'll have to break up, but... Is it worth it?
All right, so we're going with the book.
I get it, Aiden. I really do. Finish your book. I hope you'll be okay.
Recluse.
Goodbye.
Well, that answered no fucking questions.
Okay, so there you go. There's both endings for the last and final part of House on the Hill. Maybe y'all can piece it all together and see what y'all come up with.
Okay. Here's the plot. You're a writer. Everything that happens in the game is the newest book that you're writing because it's all that you have left. All the problems that he faces in the game are what he's writing about in his book. So I'm guessing every chapter of the game is a chapter in his book or something like that. And in the end, it's really you either choose your family or you choose your masterpiece book.
That's about the best I could come up with too. Because before you played chapter 4, when we were first discussing in the very beginning of this, the game actually led you to believe that
You were linked.
you were the person in the mask. You were the person trying to bring back your son. I mean, you killed your wife.
Mm-hmm.
All those things. I mean, it made it feel like it was you, that person, that was doing all that. And then once we progressed through this,
The 4th chapter just completely blows your fucking mind.
before the ending here, and we actually learned of his backstory, you've got you talking to yourself about the people dying and stuff like that. So then that kind of throws everything from the first 3 chapters out the window.
It really does.
And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, so maybe all this shit's in your head. You know, you were trying to be like a professional thief to get money and be rich instead of working, you know, your normal 9 to 5. And obtaining money that way, you wanted more. Became greedy, made some mistakes, and killed a family of 3.
Yeah.
That was kind of more of your story on that. But then once you got into the final parts, the backstory of him talking about his father, you know, then him getting married, having a child, the child having heart conditions, and then you find out he writes a book, or he's writing a book. Well, then that's when that all kind of comes into play and the pieces get put together. All the stories that you played through the chapters, you was just a chapter in his book, a story, pretty much.
You were basically writing the book.
Exactly. And things that were in your life were also in the book. The part in the beginning, the slaughterhouse and stuff like that, you worked with your father
At a slaughterhouse.
at a slaughterhouse.
Your father was a very demanding man.
Man, okay, so in the second one with the mother and the child, the father being abusive towards the child, being very demanding, this, that, and another. There became that story there. So he took something of his childhood and kind of put into a twisted story in the second book.
He felt like his mother abandoned him because she wasn't there to protect him from the father.
Exactly. And then it comes along the third chapter. When you have your child, he has his child and
Has a heart problem.
heart problems. Okay, so then there becomes the story with the whole thing with the mannequin about he only needed a new heart.
And the last resort basically was him using his own heart. So in going into the dungeon and facing the monster, you were basically sending yourself in to use your own heart to save your son.
And then you're just pretty much fighting your demons to kind of push yourself forward, maybe, to do that in a last resort kind of thing. So the story behind this whole thing is really good. I really enjoyed the game.
Very
It's
much.
a very, very good game. There's a lot of huge plot twists in this game, so it kept you
On your fucking
thinking,
toes.
and it kept you thinking like the whole time that you played it. Like, oh man, you know. So like we said, like how we just discussed and went over everything. These were our thought train through this game, and I mean, so when we thought we had it figured out, something else come up, and then when we thought we had that figured out,
It
the
was
true
something else.
plot,
Yeah.
came in at the end, and we're like, holy shit. It was all just a
But it's
book.
like I said, we could have either been spot on or way the fuck off.
Oh.
And we were way the fuck off.
We were.
Definitely so.
So I like that. I love the plot. So I mean, you had one plot go into a twist, and then another plot twisted, and then
And
you
to
had
another plot that twisted
twisted.
into a final plot that answered all the questions, but still left you with so many questions.
So, devs, if you see this, this was great. Loved it.
was really, really good.
I couldn't ask for better, and quite frankly, I would leave the game as is. I wouldn't even change it. I understand that this is an early access. Unless you plan on adding more stories to that book and that fellas, I would recommend just leaving the game as it is. I really, really thought the game was really good. I didn't really see any bugs anywhere.
Just the 2 spots. And
When you walked out on the balcony, it had a
Yeah.
little bug there. Then again, that could have been just me, my PC.
It could have been.
But the only thing that I would recommend changing just a little bit would be the third story. Down in the dungeon about the mannequin and the whole thing with the heart and stuff. I would maybe add a little bit more to it. Make it just a little bit
Make
more
it a little
intense.
longer.
It was good, but I felt like there could have been some more there. Like you did kind of you didn't run around wandering aimlessly. I mean, you had a set path where you was going, but there could have been more interaction with things, because I mean, once you got the dagger, I mean, basically all you done was run, stab the next piece, and then
Run, see him.
you
run
run,
the
you
other
see
way,
him,
stab.
just run around the other way, stab, and then he goes to a portal, and then you say your sacrifice to a portal for him too. I would definitely recommend making some changes there, add a little bit more to that, but other than that, that would probably be the only one that I changed in the game, and I wouldn't take away from what you have there. I would only add to what you have because it was actually really good. I enjoyed the game very much, and look forward to hopefully y'all adding something to this game, or maybe a part 2 to this game.
Definitely a part 2.
It would definitely be worth it, and I would love to have it. And that I believe once you get this game at early access, I would also recommend going up on your price a little bit. I understand that you have a set price because it is an early access game, but I believe it is worth way more than what you're asking. Anyways, that being said, I appreciate you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed this series, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.